and gentlemen. Welcome to the 7-Figure Fashion Business Podcast,
where we talk about the fashion industry and how to get your fashion business to 7 figures.
From manufacturing strategies, cut and sew designers, to fashion hot topics and the latest fashion trends, I'm your host, Monica Monique.
And I'm your host, XYZ. And let's jump into today's episode. Hello.
Yellow. Hola.
XYZ reporting to you live.
And Monica Monique from a deserted location.
I actually love this location.
Do you love this location?
Yeah, I'm thankful. Blessed. Everything I asked for right in front of my face.
Very true. It is. That's how it happens. If you ask, you shall receive. Ask, believe, and receive.
Yeah.
That's how it go.
It's just up to you to put your foot on the gas.
Yeah. This weekend was for me. I'm trying to think. So this past week I did Christmas Village in Philadelphia, which was.
How was it? So did I tell you I was proud of you?
An experience.
Did I tell you I was proud of you?
No, you don't care about me.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
It's like for those of you who don't know, Christmas Village is like a pop up in the middle of Center City in Philadelphia, where all of these Christmas theme huts, vendors come out and kind of have it's like a whole village of Christmas gifts. Like, you come out, you bring all of the things that you have that would be great for Christmas. So each hut has like a different theme. Some do all like hats and scarves, some do Christmas ornaments, some have like wooden gifts, some have jewelry, some have menswear, candles, whatever. And I just kind of brought like a mini version of my store, which is all kind of like pop culture, women's trendy things. And then I paired with another store where they had some pop colored culture kid stuff. So it was like fidget spinners and croc gibbets and AirPod cases, all colorful. Like, I love bright, colorful, like standout people who stopped in their tracks when they saw our pod a lot. It was good in that way. I think each day I changed something different about the pod, so that the hut, so that it could bring more attention. I switched different locations if I saw more people were buying more Eagles sportswear stuff, like scarves and hats. Created new stuff every day. I made ugly face masks, so basically like Christmas themed face masks, and I had those for $5. Those got a lot of sales.
Yeah, you did it so good.
Switch locations of different things, switch the mannequins, and so it was a good experience.
Yeah,
really good experience.
Yeah, the first day,
torture. First day.
The first day, you was like, you know how you was. But when we was sitting there, you just came out of nowhere. It was like, okay, what can I do to get people to buy stuff? What can I do to change stuff? We was in a different atmosphere. We was in a different environment.
Right.
With different people, not our normal customers.
Right.
So you studied the crowd, and you studied what they came in and looked at. You studied what got people's attention. And you switched the whole dynamic of the store up just to make sales. And when you would text me the updates, like, hey, the store made this much, it went from something in the...
Nothing. Not nothing, but it went from nothing to lower numbers to high. Like, the last day that I was there was the highest sales day.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's really... You have a business mindset. Like, you just... You taught me something.
Yeah.
Yes. I would have just been... You know how I am.
Right.
I just put myself there and be like, it's not going to work. You did really good.
Yeah, I was like, nah. Because, like, first of all, so Christmas Village, you're, like, outside in the cold. Like, you have the little hut, but, like, the heater that they provide is, like, nothing. So the second day I brought a heater. But the first day I really felt one with, like, homeless people. Like, I was just so cold the entire time. Yeah. I was so cold. And then, like...
How was the heater for the next days?
No, the next days were good.
Okay, my landlord.
Oh, he bought you a heater?
Remember, I was like, I got a heater.
Yeah.
So
he bought you another one. Okay.
I was gonna bring both of them. I'm like, we is going to be warm. Plus the one you got. Plus the one he had.
Right. Oh
man.
Be
warm.
We would have been warm. But and then another thing I did was I offered free hot chocolate with a purchase.
That was
the game changer.
You did it.
That was a game changer because hot chocolate in the village was like $13.
Mm-hmm.
Just crazy. It was like, why would y'all charge as much for hot chocolate? And it's so cold outside, and the people.
That's why they charge.
Yeah, it was like, I think it was like $9. But if you wanted a free mug, the Christmas Village themed mug, it was $13. But even $9 is expensive for hot chocolate. So once people saw, and then when people were cold, so it's like, once people saw it's free hot chocolate to purchase, well, let me just buy a scarf for my husband, or let me just buy some fidget spinners for my kid, because I probably would have bought it anyway. But now that I know I'm gonna get a free hot chocolate with it, and I'm walking around here shopping, like, I'll do that. So that was really good. But overall, I think every day I like switch something up. I learned as I went, and I think that if I did it for an entire month, I probably would have made a killing.
Yeah.
So what they told me, I mean, now this would be public record, but I mean, you can look it up probably. But the space that we were in, which we got for free because they were giving it to BIPOC businesses, so Black, Indigenous, or people of color, they were showcasing a different business every week, and I kind of put my name in the hat to be selected for one of those weeks and was chosen.
Oh wow.
But that pod is $11,000 a month. $11,000 to have that space from Black Friday to Christmas Eve.
So you better make
$1
billion.
So you better make money. I can't imagine that the pods around us spent that much on that space.
Mm-hmm. Remember they was laughing at the dress? How did that go?
It went well.
But before you say that, remember they was laughing at the dress? That's probably why they was laughing. They were trying to figure out how you got this $11,000.
No, I mean the patrons, the
people.
No, nobody knew how much that pot was, but back to the price. So I did the math, and you would have to make, I think, around $300 a day to make that $11K back in the 30 days. So if you made $600 a day, then okay, that's profit, and your profit would have been like $7K. Let me do the math. Divided by 30, $366 a day if you were to break even on 11,000. So I was like, okay, so if I made $600 a day, then that would have gotten me $18,000 for the month, in which my profit would have been $7,000. So by the last day, let's say if I had made $1,000 a day times 30 is 30K minus the 11,000. That's $19,000 that I would have made in that month. Mm-hmm. I think that would have been doable if I had the whole month to do it, and I kept doing what I did in that 1 week, like readjust. I think that would have been worth it. Paying $11K.
Yeah.
I think that would have been worth it. Because the small, mind you, we had a really big space.
Really big.
We had like double the size of other pods. And if we had did half the size, that was, I think, $6K. I could have, that would, I think, is worth it too. However, I loved how big our space was. It was like a real store. It was really, like you could walk in, spread out, and shop. Yeah. Versus the other pods, you really couldn't do that.
Will you get it next year?
I don't know if they would do it again next year. They might. And if so, I would definitely put my name in the hat again. Yeah. But what if I'm not picked? You know?
You'll get picked.
Right.
No, because you need that chance again just to do it better this time.
Yeah, do it better.
Well, you did good this time. But now you get to see. You can go up there and...
Yeah, I could go up there and kill it.
For free?
Right. I could kill it next year. And if I had somebody there and at the store.
Yeah.
And you know what I realized? My younger sister, who I don't give enough credit,
She come every time.
Come every time I need her, and I really never call her for anything. But since she's had this little Starbucks job for the past 2 years, she's really learned a lot about customer service, and she's really good at customer service. Like, every new person walks in, oh, I love your shoes. Oh, your piercings are really cool. Oh, I love your hair color. That's so cool. How did you dye it? Like, she really engages with customers in a similar way to how I engage with customers. And it's so funny because my dad is always like, your younger sister is just like you, and you don't even... And I'm just like, God, because she's like 14 years younger than me. So it's just like...
My little sister 14 years younger than me, too.
Yeah, so it's like, you're a completely different generation. So I'm always just like, oh, whatever. That younger sister. like she's just... So to me, it was like she's raised so differently than me because we're so far apart.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely gotta give her credit because she definitely came into the cold and was willing to like talk to customers and engage and like do all the things. So that was like a really big help. And I think if I was to do it next year, I would like hire her to be there full time.
Yeah.
Cause she was cool with it. But then by the time she came, I had the second heater. So it was,
Another thing too is you was with a whole different crowd from South Street.
Whole different crowd.
And you dig it.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Whole different crowd, because South Street is like young, cool, like the people who are our customers coming to our store.
Yeah,
versus
a whole different...
Christmas Village, it was like nobody was our customer.
But how they was laughing at the dress, I was like, they're not used to seeing that,
right? Yeah, so
that was just
to give our listeners a reference. So I had this dress. So the pod was mostly full of brightly colored accessories, hats, purses. Like, look, I brought a lot of things that you could buy as gifts. We had a lot of eagles, scarves, and hats because I wanted to make sure we had something to buy a gift for your husband, your brother, whatever. So we had some eagle stuff, and Eagles is killing it right now, promo. We had the eagle stuff, but we had like different colored purses. We had sweater dresses, sets, and all those other things. But I had brought this dress from the store, which was very similar to the aesthetic in the store, which is diamonds, feathers, rhinestones, like a special occasion wear.
Event wear.
My store is almost known for the store you go if you need a last minute birthday dress.
Yeah.
Or, New Year's Eve going out, showing off. So we only had one dress in our space that was kind of like that. And I put it on the mannequin because I knew it would draw people's attention, but also it would be a representation of what you would find at our store if you come into our store, because I didn't bring that much clothing. I mostly brought like little gift things. And when I tell you, so many people, and I want to say 70 and above for the majority.
70
years old and above for the majority.
I want to say
60 and above?
70, okay.
I feel like 70 and above.
60.
They stopped at the pod and was like, ha, 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 look at that dress. Oh, Becky, go just see yourself in that dress. I know what I'm going to get you for Christmas. I know what you're wearing for New Year's Eve. But it was just like such a joke to the people. Like, it was like every older person stopped and laughed. Like,
laughed. The one lady was like, it makes me want to shimmy. I was like, she's like, I just want to shimmy when I look at it. And then her and like all the people she with was laughing,
cracking up. It was like I was Comedy Central. Like, they laughed and laughed. Like, every older person that walked by was like, oh, look at this funny dress. Hey Marty, come over here and look at this dress. You see this dress?
The one guy was like, it was like younger kids. They didn't like the dress. Remember I told you?
Like kids.
Yeah.
Kids thought it was funny too.
Yeah.
Really, really older people and really, really young people.
And
like under 12.
He's like, I'm happy you guys don't like it. I'm happy you guys know that you don't like it. Or something like that. And then the other guy was like, somebody's going to some man is going to buy that dress for his girlfriend, and she's gonna hate it.
Right. That's what he said.
That was probably my favorite comment.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh wow. Like, everybody's opinions is different. It was so different than the reaction we get in the store. Then think about when you get bigger and you get out there to a bigger crowd. More people are gonna hate it. because that's not their area. That's not their
right. But it was also like a lot of like I was telling you before too. It was
There's
like
a lot of people that loved it.
It was a lot of people that loved it, and those were the after work crowd. Like from Tuesday on, when people were getting off work around 3-4 p.m. and then younger people like in their 20s, 30s, 40s came out, it drawed them into this space, and then they were like, oh, what sizes do you have this in? Can you do something like this custom? Do you have more stuff like this? And I would be giving out cards and talking left and right. But from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., it was like the older crowd, retired crowd that was like, that was like, oh, ha, 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 ha. Could never wear anything like that anymore. Back in my day, I used to dress like that. Or it was a lot of like that.
Back in your day, times is different.
But yeah, at night, girls would walk in and be like, oh, I love this dress. Do you have anything else like it? And then I sold a couple of those similar dresses to it that we had in black and nude.
You sold those?
And the leather.
The green dress, did that sell?
Sold some of those. Our leather oversized button ups, sold the rest of those. Yeah, so it was
did
really
you do
good.
Better than the store? Like if you was opening it.
I think so. Possibly. I think so. For 1 week's time, for Monday through Friday, I believe. Okay. So it was really good. So I enjoyed the experience, and it was different. Like I never vended anywhere before this year. South Street Fest was like my first time really vending.
And we gotta learn when we do we gotta learn the crowd first before we go. Remember South Street Fest? Whole different crowd. And then now Christmas.
It was like a vintage crowd.
Whole different crowd.
Yeah.
So it's a challenge.
It's a learning lesson. Because even after like the festival, I was thinking, oh, I don't know if I ever want to vend again. But now that I did Christmas Village, I was like, I would do this again.
But you had a week.
But I had a week
to get it together.
And if I only had that one day, I would have hated it.
Yeah.
So learning lesson. I wanted to get into the recession a bit though, because I feel like that's been the key word this year is inflation and recession in 2022.
Yeah.
And I want to give tips on like how businesses can strategize and do things differently. Just like I did something differently this year. Like I said, I vended this year. I never did that before. But I want to talk a bit about the recession and inflation and how that's affecting retailers and clothing designers and retail stores and all of that. Has the recession or has prices going up affected you?
Oh my God. First of all, I can never find anything to wear. Are you talking about just in real life or in the fashion world?
Both.
In the fashion world, I can never find anything to wear. When I finally find something to wear, it's sold out. And there's never nothing in the store. And the recession has a lot to do with it. I don't think people buy big inventory anymore.
100%.
So everything sells out quick. And in stores, people don't buy big inventory for the store because people go online first.
Right.
So you buy all that for the store and people don't even come in.
Right.
Or if they come in, they already got it because they go there online.
Right. I think that's 100% true. Even me as a store owner, I'm not buying inventory like I did last year because it's not guaranteed to sell.
Right.
And I don't want to be sitting on a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, you said. But I think that retail stores, right? I think you have to, your online store got to be totally different from your store in person.
In what way?
I think you have to buy stuff that's like, okay, I need something last minute because that's the only time people come out. Remember when I went to Meat concert? Yeah. And I went to Were You Okay? Her store was crowded and everybody in there was looking for something for Meat concert.
Oh, really?
Yes. And it's not necessarily what you plan to wear, but you need something. And so I think you gotta go with like those colors, black, white. That's the color that people are gonna be looking for. Yeah. So they just gotta go for stuff that people is gonna wear out real quick. Oh, I need this last minute. You gotta play with it. You gotta strategize it.
Right.
Versus online, you can sell anything online.
Yeah, possibly. You just got to get the people to your website.
Yeah,
but
get the people to your website.
I wanted to make sure I read the definition of a recession. So a recession is a period of temporary economic decline during which trade and industrial activity are reduced, generally identified by a fail in GDP in 2 successive quarters. Meaning, like, if the price of big business stocks in most, retail, real estate, all industries, if the prices of all that is going down for 2 quarters straight, that's how you know that you're in a recession. And if we think about it, even with inflation, like, we've been seeing this since the pandemic, and I think it probably would have been time for a recession anyway, with or without the pandemic, because the way the scale has run, it's happened, I believe, every 11 to 12 years there's a recession. So since our last one was 2008 to 2010, okay, well, 2020 was 10 years later, so it really was about to hit anyway. Right now the Dollar Tree is $1.25, and Five Below is now Five and Beyond. It's that's not their official name, but they have stuff that's $5 and up now instead of Five and Below. And you see when you go to TJ Maxx or Ross or the grocery store, things that were packs of 10 are now packs of 6 for the same price, but you get less in the pack. So you have to pay attention to those things. And as a fashion designer, clothing store owner, retail person, how do you adjust to that market?
Do you think, remember in 2020, everybody had their money, but the first thing they did was buy fashion?
Oh, really?
Yes.
You think?
Yes. yes. People do not.
When they had
when they have money, they first thing they want to buy is clothes.
Really?
Yes. So, is the recession bad for a fashion designer?
Yeah, because people don't have money. So there's no checks that's going to be sent out every 2 weeks right now. Back then in 2020 during the pandemic, people were getting checks every week for unemployment and to boost the economy. There's no saving us now. We were doing that because the world was closed.
Right.
And now there's nothing we could do. For me, I think that as a retail business, you have to sell more necessities than cliche trends in order to survive a recession. You can't just be selling everyday jeans, tights, t-shirts, or whatever. You have to sell stuff that people need. And you know what? This might be a good reason. I mean, if y'all are into the vintage world, this might be a good reason to start a vintage boutique, because the prices are so much lower that the need and the want for it will be higher. Because instead of getting, a new jean jacket at Macy's or Forever 21 for $48, you can buy a jean jacket for $8 at a vintage store. And it could be basically the same, look the same, maybe look even cooler. And when you go to these vintage stores, the brands are sometimes even better. You could buy a Tom Hilfiger denim jacket for $8 because it didn't sell at Macy's. So now it's just going to go to secondhand stores. So that's a good market to start right now as well. I wanted to dive deeper into how retail stores could get businesses, or how they make sales. Fashion businesses, all businesses, how do you make sales on all times? There are, let me see, 1, 2, 3. There are 6 ways that stores, businesses get sales. So way number 1 is paid ads. You can get customers by paying ads, Google, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. A lot of platforms now offer paid ads. Hulu has a paid ad opportunity for $500. I would consider that.
Yeah. Everybody watch Hulu.
Everybody watch. No, I mean maybe not everybody, but
Not
like a lot of people watch Hulu, and $500 for an ad on Hulu. That's really reasonable.
Yes.
I wonder what the analytics on that, as far as like how many people that reaches. But I think that's a good deal. Paid ads can get you a lot further faster if you are in the right demographic. Like if you're advertising to the right person, like if you're advertising to your exact customer. If you sell baby food and you have your advertisement in front of all moms of children 2 years and younger, you have a much higher chance of success than if you're showing your advertisement to people in general everywhere, because you're not targeting your demographic. So if you can do paid ads correctly, if you can do the research, if you can watch some YouTube videos, if you can google.com your way into knowledge for how to do paid ads the correct way, it can really excel your business in a way you can't imagine. Even trial and error. Sometimes you can't afford to pay for trial and error, but paid ads can make a difference if you're doing it the right way.
Trial and error, you could do celebrities. Celebrities, they offer pay ads. You could take that route first.
Okay.
People, not celebrities,
Influencers.
People with a big following, they offer pay ads, and it's probably up for about cheaper. They start off for like $20.
Yeah, you could definitely reach influencers. I actually just reached out to an influencer and she said yes. I'm really excited for that to happen next year in January. If you follow Monica Monique Shop on Instagram, Facebook, you'll see those promotions in the new year.
That's good.
And I really enjoy her content, so I'm looking forward to see what she comes up with. Another way to get customers is, and feel free to write this down if you are in any type of businesses, clothing, retail, or whatnot. Second way is cold outreach. That means emails, calls, DMs. So if you're emailing, let's say me, okay? I email schools a lot because prom season is my biggest season. So I love speaking engagements and I love speaking to the youth and high schoolers. But even further than that, when I speak to high schoolers, they feel like they know me, they trust me, and they'll go with me to design their prom dress or to buy their prom dress, because now we have a relationship where they know me, they see me talking at school. That cold outreach was me emailing the school, hey, do you guys have a career day? I would love to speak about fashion careers. That's cold outreach. If I was to call or DM clients, I used to actually do this all the time. I would see customers comment on other designers' comments, like, hey, you never emailed me back, you never DM'd me back, I reached out 2 weeks ago, I reached out 1 week ago. If I saw that, I would follow the person that designer is not reaching out to, and I would like a couple of their pictures, and then I would DM them, hey, I love your style, if you're ever looking to get something custom made, that's what I do, I would love to create something for you. That's cold outreach. A lot of times I would get the sale because this person already has had a bad experience reaching out to another designer that's never going to email them back. And I see that because that's what they're commenting under their post. So they're already starting off with a positive relationship with me because they're like, oh, this designer does the same thing. Oh, her work is pretty cool. I see her posting consistently. I see her doing a lot of things. Maybe I will go with this person. That cold outreach will lead to sales. If, again, you're targeting the right customer. All right, so let's go with number 3, paid partnerships and affiliates.
Yeah.
Now, that's what you were talking about with influencers a little bit.
Okay.
That's like a paid partnership. If you know of an influencer that has a direct relationship with, like, their customer is your customer, you can pay them to advertise your stuff. You can partner with them to create content with your collection, with your pieces, and that could lead to a lot of sales. Another thing with that is affiliates is like, You know how like a lot of influencers will do something with, let's say, Amazon.com.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon.com has an affiliate program, which might be like 3%. It might be less now. I don't know. But if I promote a sewing machine and I put the link to Amazon.com, my affiliate link to Amazon.com to this sewing machine, when somebody buys that sewing machine, they get 3%. I mean, I get 3% of that sale.
I've seen a big influencer do that.
They do it all the time. That's why they connect all the links.
Yeah, I'm on her Amazon shop every day.
And everything. Another thing is not just if you buy the thing that they promote. If you buy anything on Amazon for the next 2 days, they get 3%.
Oh wow.
Anything.
Oh wow.
Because their link brought you to Amazon.com. So it stays with your cookies on your computer for 24, 48, 72 hours at most. Yeah. And they get 3% of anything you buy.
I wanted to start one for
yourself,
not for personal reasons, for sewing. But I'm gonna do it not for my page, for my other page. You know how many people don't know what sewing machine about?
Yeah, of course. But that's, in 2023, 7-figure fashion business is going to have affiliate links for all of these things, like measuring tape, sewing machines, seam rippers,
people do
all
not
of
know
things.
The easy stuff that we know, people do not know.
Soldering gun, wood burners, garment bags, hangers, like everything that we buy constantly, shopping bags.
Knowledge is everything.
Join the 7-figure fashion business community. Go to 7figurefashionbusiness.com and join the community. Because 2023, we're going to have a lot of things, a lot of resources. I'm really looking forward to creating a lot of resources for you guys. And this list will also be on there. So number 3 is media. Number 3 was partnerships and affiliates. Before I go to number 4, which is media, I want to talk about affiliates again. So one thing, if you can't afford to pay an influencer, let's say $1,000, $500 for them to create a post or a reel for you, you can give them an affiliate link to your website, meaning that they can get, let's say, 3 to 10% of the sales they create for your website. So if they promote a dress that's on your website for $500 and you say, hey, I'm sorry, I can't afford to pay you, but I'll give you 10% of all the sales that people follow from your link. That might create more than what you would have paid them anyway. So let's say if they usually are paid like $1,000 to promote for somebody, but 200 people buy because of their link, now they could have made 5,000 or 6,000 off of that. And that's another way that you can get influencers to promote your business, is by giving them access to a percentage of the sales, because a lot of them know that they can get sales for you. So they sometimes prefer that over the money, but you have to build a relationship with that person first. Number 4 is media. Media is similar to paid ads and even partnerships. It's just, what way can the customer find you and see you? For me, I do local news a lot. That's media. I don't pay for that. And they don't pay me for that. But every time I'm featured on Fox 29, PHL 17, ABC News, even when I was on Wendy Williams, just that random time, I got so many sales. Nobody paid anybody. I didn't pay them. They didn't pay me. But it was good for both parties. And I got a lot of sales off of being seen on that media. Content creation. Let's go into this. Let's dive into this. So number 5 is content creation via social media. So you can create content wherever. Content
is important.
Content is the freeway.
And it's really important. Something I gotta get better at.
It's the free way to get customers.
It is.
If you post every day,
you really get a lot. It really works.
If you post every day, what are you creating? What are you making? What are you selling? What are you building? Make a post every single day. Make sure you're feeding the market what they're looking for, not what you're looking for or what you want to promote, but what are they looking for? What do they need? What tips, what strategies do they need? Like, I posted a video on my Instagram a year or so ago. People saved it. I think it might be the most saved video on my Instagram, and it's the video where I showed how to measure yourself. It had nothing to do with, buying my clothes or, anything. But it was just like, these are your important measurements that you need when shopping online or anywhere. Like, yes, you would need them from me too if you want something custom made to your size. But here's your measurements. And that might be the most saved video. I'm going to make another one. But yeah, like, what are your customers looking for? What information do they need? What's going to make them trust you? And because of that video, I got so many sales. I also post videos of me designing gowns, creating gowns, little reels and TikToks of like gowns in the background, dresses, or whatever. Like, it's just, I'm constantly showing you what I make, what I'm known for, what I do. And that gives me customers, and that's free. How do you feel about content creation?
Same thing.
Has it led to any sales?
Of course. Of course. It's so important. I don't do it.
You don't do it?
No, it's so much. It take up a lot of your time, and
it's
then
a lot.
I'm learning balance. So a part of my life need to literally be social media, creating content for social media. So that's like a job. It's really it's a job. It's a job. Yeah. It's another job. So sometimes in the morning I gotta do this. I gotta do a lot of stuff before work. Like, work is just work. Yeah, that's where the money comes from. It's like, gotta go to work. So my time before work, it's just like all over the place, but it's so important, and you can't keep putting it off. Like, I'm gonna do it. Yeah. Because creating content is going to be your way out. Yeah. So you're literally your way out. Your way out. You never know who's watching. Yes, you never know. It's so many people. People. That's the new way people buy stuff. Like, people go to your Instagram first, and if they don't see that you're active, they don't buy it. They're gonna go to your stuff might be better, but somebody that's consistently posting can literally steal your customer. Yeah. Just because they look like they're there. It's like when you have a business. If your store needs to be open every day. Yeah. If your store isn't open and people keep coming to visit your store and it's closed today, the next day they come, it's closed again. The next day they come, it's closed again. They're going to stop coming to your store because it's just going to be closed. Now, online, you can view it the same way. When you're not posting, they think your store is closed. Like, it's not safe to order. It's not safe to order. People get scammed online all the time. So they be like, I don't know, she ain't posting such and such. Right. Is it safe to order this? Will it be here in time? Right. I don't know. Right. Yeah. And then they forget about you. They forget about you. That's why even if I don't post on my page, I post on my story every day. I just repost a lot of stuff every day, or like stuff in my phone that I never post. I post on my story every single day because I want people to see I'm still around. I'm still here. I'm still doing my best to be consistent, even if I can't get the energy to post something new. Consistency. I'm going to post on my story every day on Instagram. TikTok, I don't know. I gotta get it. TikTok is where the money is. I haven't found the money on TikTok yet, but I'm sure it's there. I just need to analyze it. And we got TikTok. We got a chance because fashion designers, seamstress, anything in the fashion world, it's not really on there yet. So we could be the first ones on it. I feel like people tried. Well, they still trying, but we gotta get it. I see a lot of seamstresses on there. I do, but we gotta. It's just easy to steal it right now. Designers, I don't see as much on there. Like, I don't see good brands on there. So I think brands need to step it up. And we could be the brands to step it up, but for sure. So the last one on the list, number 6, is client referrals. How you get your clients. Client referrals. I think that, for me, is number 1.
for me, is number one. I have so many people call me, text me, DM me. Hi, such and such said you made their
So many people, yeah.
birthday dress. Can you do this for me? Such and such said you did a great job on their maternity dress. Can you do this for me? Oh, I saw this online. I know my friend bought it last year. Is it still available? I have so many client referrals from people who worked with me in the past, people who have seen my work. And for me, that's number one. That's number one in sales. If I have, let's say, out of 100% in sales, I want to say 40% is from client referrals. Maybe 30% is from online. Maybe 15% is from here. Maybe 50% is from there. But I would say 40% is from people who have saw my work, seen my work, loved it, and somebody said, go to this person. She's amazing. And don't sleep on client referrals. In addition to that, a digital way for client referrals is reviews.
Yeah.
Get reviews.
Repost your reviews.
Repost your reviews. When somebody texts you, thank you so much for making this.
Set up that Google page. Blush. The Google page, the Yelp page. Some people won't buy until they read the reviews. They read the comments.
Read the comments. Don't read Yelp. I hate Yelp. Yelp is for miserable people. On my
Yelp, yeah, because anybody could say something.
On my store, I don't know how people can find it. Maybe I could put a link to it. So when people buy something from my store, if they get a text message or email, they can write a review. I have so many beautiful positive reviews, probably over 100. But there's no way you can look up that service or look up those reviews on, I guess, Yelp or Google, unless maybe I attach a link somewhere. But on Yelp, I think I have 4 horrible reviews. And let's say if I have,
but that happens.
But I have like over 1,000 clients a year, right? The one client a year that either has a bad experience or just wants to be extremely negative, that one person will write the most hideous, egregious Yelp review. And that's what stays up there forever. That's why I'll be over it. But I think my Google reviews are really good, but there's not many. I might only be like 4 or 5. So I really have to figure out a way to put my in-store reviews on there. But I do also have reviews on my website too that are also very positive. I've never gotten a negative review on my website. And then I also repost, and if you are not getting reviews, this is a tip too, I also repost and I block out their name and number or whatever, text messages, because people will text me a lot like, oh my God, thank you so much, I love this, I had the best time on my birthday. I'll repost that text message and put it under a tab in my highlights called reviews. So I try to create as many opportunities as possible to show people that customers are having a great experience here. But when people see other people's review, that is another way of a client referral, because somebody is saying, thank you for your excellent work. And people who see that will then trust your brand more because of it. Do you leave reviews?
No.
Me either.
Too lazy.
So I just want to read this again. So the 6 ways to generate more sales. 1, paid ads. 2, cold outreach, meaning emails, calls, DMs. 3, partnerships and affiliates. 4, media. That could be like local news, TV, articles, whatever. 5, content creation, free via social media. And 6, client referrals. And that could be in person, reviews, testimonials, all of those things. And because we're going into an inflation, recession, and all these things, if you do 2 out of the 6, 3 out of the 6, I promise you would generate more sales in 2023 with those sources. Okay. All right.
I learned something. So
You learned
I'm going to take notes from you.
Yeah. I'm going to put it up on the 7-Figure Fashion Business website and membership platform. It's going to be a whole bunch of digital checklists to help our fashion community and retailers generate more sales. There's a lot of little things that you can do to stay alive and thrive through a recession season. And sometimes you just need the knowledge and information.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So I loved this episode. Hope it was informative. Hope you learned something. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share with a friend.
Count your money before you count.
Bro.
Count your blessings before you count your money.
Yes. See you in the new year.
Happy New Year. Bye.